Hey guys, Will here with Bumgarner Farms. Today I just want to talk a little bit about how we irrigate here at the farm. What I've got right here is just a little 5 horsepower red line pump. You can pick this up at your local tractor supply for, I think it's around $250. It's got a 2-inch inlet and a 2-inch outlet. We use a 2-inch inlet for our suction hose that runs to the pond. We've just got a small wet weather pond here located right beside our field. But basically, if you're looking to irrigate on the cheap, this is the cheapest method. You're looking around right at $400 to irrigate a decent sized field. What we've got is, we're in a 5-acre field. We're probably utilizing a little over 2 acres. We grow lacinato kale, arugula, cabbage, tomatoes, radishes. That's what we got going on right now. It's just hitting the summertime of the year, so some of our cool season spring crops are starting to phase out, and we're just pretty much salvaging what we have left by putting 2 to 3/10 of an inch of water on them a day. But let's talk about this pump. If you've got somewhere around your farm, if you've got some source to move water within, like, a reasonable distance, 500 to 600 feet, this is what I would go with. We've got we put a reducer on this so we can run a garden hose, and what we've got is just a cheap, it probably cost us maybe $7 for this fitting right here. We've just got we've moved it from a 2-inch down, reduced it to a 3/4 inch to fit a garden hose, and we've gone to our local tractor supply, agri supply, anywhere that sells decent quality garden hoses, and we've picked up, I think I've got about 600 feet of garden hose. Now this pump has a pretty decent flow rate on it, and we don't have any trouble powering water up this hill. As long as you can put yourself a 25-foot suction hose and keep the pump as close to the water source as possible, it does not have any trouble pulling the water that distance. So let's go ahead and get this fired up real quick, and we'll get back to it. So basically what we've got here is we've just got this little 5 horsepower pump moving water around 300 feet from the woods up to our field up here. As you can see, it is primitive, but if you're a small farmer and you're working with limited resources, I couldn't recommend anything better, truthfully. So here's our field here. Ignore the weeds. This is one of the side effects of foliar irrigation. You're not exactly putting water always desirably where you'd like it to be, but like I say, if you're working with limited resources and you can't afford drip irrigation, this is your best bet. So what we've got here is just a cheap tractor supply, $57 sprinkler head on a stand, mounted. We've got a shut-off valve on the base of it, so when we go to move it, it won't be, a pain. Essentially what we do is we let this run about 30 minutes in one spot. It gets a fairly decent amount of coverage, around 50 feet diameter from the base of the sprinkler head. But like I said, if you're you're working with limited resources, this is where it's at. It doesn't get much cheaper than that. Stay tuned for future videos. Thank you.